All right. As you can see, situation. Refer to the welded connection shown in the figures 1, 2, and 3. So, we have three figures ng welded connection. So, actually, ano sila, no? Similar lang yung configuration ng weld. Ang pinagkaiba lang ay itong dalawa, same. Ito, iba yung dimension. Tapos, ito naman ay concentric ang loading. Ito walang load. Ito naman merong load at alam natin na meron niyang exerted eccentricity. So, it will cause combined shear and torsion. Anyway, for number 1, refer to figure 1. So, dito tayo sa figure 1. Ang pinapagawa lang sa number 1 is to find the polar moment of inertia. So, dito kailangan lang natin maalala ano ba yung polar moment of inertia kapag welds ang usapan, no? And I believe dinerive ko na to before, so you can just check out our previous recordings. But that is simplified as summation ng L times L over 12 squared plus x squared plus y squared. Okay, so where L is the length of the weld that we are analyzing, no? And then for X and Y, these are the distances, horizontal and vertical, from the centroid of the weld group. So dito kailangan nating malaman nasaan yung centroid ng weld group. Okay, at para makuha natin yung centroid ng weld group, so gamitin na lang natin siguro ito as our reference, itong nasa left. So we need to find out nasaan yung centroid niyan, no? So because of the symmetry sa top and bottom, alam natin na yung location nito from the bottom or from the top will be equal, no? Dahil symmetrical naman eh. So therefore, this is already 100. Ang hindi lang tayo sure is itong distance na to. Yan. So tawagin natin na x bar. So to solve for x bar, we will apply Varignon's theorem. Okay, so instead of taking summation of moment of areas, ang gagamitin natin ay summation of moment of lengths. Kasi 'di ba kapag welds, ina-assume lang natin na yung thickness nito sobrang nipis. Kaya parang yung length lang yung pinag-uusapan natin in place of area. All right? So dahil lines 'yan, so yung centroid niya nasa gitna, no? Nasa gitna, nasa gitna. Okay? So taking summation of moment about the line AC. Okay? So about line AC tayo. So we will have the total length ng mga welds times x bar would be equal to L1. So tawagin natin ito na L1. No? Actually, same lang sila dito. L1 na rin yan. Tapos ito yung L2 natin. So L1, ang moment arm niyan from AC ay gitna lang ng 150, no? So half ng 150. So we will have L1 times 150 over 2. Okay, tapos dalawa sila, no? Meron sa taas, meron sa ilalim. So times 2 na lang natin. Okay, plus L2. Yung L2 naman, ang moment arm ay 0 kasi yung centroid niya nandito rin. Di ba dito tayo nagmo-moment? Okay, so yan na yun. So and then yung LT natin is just L1 plus L2. Total length. Or rather, L1 plus dalawang L1 plus isang L2, no? So let me write it down. So dalawang L1 plus L2. X bar equal. So magka-cancel lang to. Tapos 0 na to. So we will have L1 times 150. So therefore, our X bar is just, yung L1 natin 150, no? Times 150 over dalawang L1 plus L2. So the location of the centroid can now be calculated as 150 times 150 over 150 times 2 plus 200. So that gives us 45. So ang location niya is nasa 45 distance from the left. Okay? So this is 45. Okay? So to calculate now our polar moment of inertia, we will just follow this formula. Okay, so starting off with L1. So yung L1 natin, 150, di ba? So ito yung formula natin, ha? L times L, x squared plus y squared. So 150 times 150 squared over 12 plus x. So ano yung x? So again, yung x dito tsaka y is yung layo nung centroid nung line or nung weld mula dun sa centroid nung group of welds. So ibig sabihin, dahil itong centroid nito is nandito banda, located at a distance half ng 150 or that is 75. So therefore, itong distance na to, ito yung x. Okay, and that is what? That is 75 minus 45. Okay, so that is 75 minus 45 squared plus y. So ano naman yung y? So again, ang centroid niya nandito, ang group centroid natin nandito. So yung y natin for that weld is this. And that is simply 100. Okay? So 100 squared. Okay? Now, itong L1 na to, sabi ko nga kanina, dalawa yan. Meron sa ibabaw, meron sa ilalim na magkaparehas sila. So, pwedeng i-times 2 na lang natin to. Okay? Plus, yung 200 naman, yung L2. So, same formula. So, 200 times 200 squared over 12 plus, ano naman yung x nito? So, ang centroid ng L2 nandito. So, yung x natin is ito mismo. Diba? Yun yung distance nung local centroid yung weld at saka nung group centroid ng weld. 45. Okay? And then ano yung y niya? So dito, ang y niya, dahil pantay lang ito because of symmetry, so yung y natin will be 0. Okay? So that's it. So that is the polar moment of inertia of the welds. So kumpitin natin. So 150 squared over 12 plus 75 minus 45 squared plus 100 squared times 2 plus 200 squared over 12 plus 45 squared. Okay, and then divide that by 1 million para naka-scientific notation. So that is approximately 4.9 times 10 to the 6 millimeter to the 4. Okay, and that would be our answer for number 1. Okay. So again, guys, the values here are just made up, no? They are not the same values na lumabas ng board exam. So ang idea lang dito sa dinidiscuss natin is ano yung tema or ano yung theme nung questioning dun sa board exam. So not necessarily na yun talaga, no? So again, naka-base lang kasi ito dun sa previous students ko na na nag-take ng exam, no? So based lang sa kanila na parang ganito daw yung actual exam. Okay? So anyway, let's proceed to number 2, no? Refer to figure 2. So for figure 2, calculate the resultant shear stress at A. So pinapa-compute yung resultant shear. So dito naman tayo, guys. So figure 2, ito naman yun. So pinapahanap yung shear stress dito sa A. Dito. Okay? So siguro i-analyze natin yan on a separate sheet. So dito. Okay, so una nating dapat gawin is malaman yung eccentricity nito from the centroid of the weld group. So, be careful here. Ang centroid ng weld group natin is wala na sa 45 dahil iba na yung dimensions. So, kailangan lang natin i-recompute. So, recompute muna natin yung location nitong centroid na to. Okay, so following the same idea earlier, no, Varignon's theorem. Okay, so yung total length times x bar ay equal sa dalawang L1 times, so ang centroid nito, 200 na siya eh. So ang centroid niya nasa 100. Plus yung L2, ang centroid niya, 0 pa din. Again, using AC as our, analysis, our reference. AC yung reference natin. So, itong line na to. Okay? So with that, we have X bar is equal to 2 times L1 is 200 times 100 over yung LT natin or total length is dalawang 200 plus isang 400. And that gives us an X bar of ko lang itong 200. Okay, so 50 mm. Okay, so nasa 50 pala ito. Alright? So, as you can see, dahil hindi naman concentrically loaded, no? Kumbaga ito wala naman dito. So, dahil doon magko-cause ito ng moment, no? And yung moment arm natin or eccentricity ay ito. Okay, and that is simply 350. Kasi 400 minus 50. So, 350. Okay? So meaning this is going to be a combination of direct shear and torsion, no? Pero ang i-analyze po natin itong point A ito. Diyan tayo mag-analyze. Okay? So dun mo tayo sa direct shear. So sa direct shear, that is when we move P at the centroid, no? So kumbaga, lipat natin, tanggalin natin yan. Nandito siya kunwari, yung P natin. So direct shear yan. Okay, tapos yung magiging reaction ng mga welds ay equal. Ay magiging reaction nila will be equal. And it will be distributed evenly in their total length. So therefore, yung magiging tawagin natin yung reaction na yun na na Q direct shear Y kasi vertical eh, no? So yung QVY natin is just P over the total length. Okay? So ano yung P? So nga pala, yung P na given for number 2 ay 70 kilonewtons. Okay, so we have 70. Gawin natin Newton over total length. So ang total length natin dito is dalawang 200 plus 400. So this is going to be our reaction, no? Due to direct shear. So 70,000 over 2 times 200 plus 400. So that is 87.5 Newton per millimeter. Okay? So Newton per millimeter. So yan ngayon yung due to direct shear. No? Pero hindi pa yun yung sagot. Alright? So next, kunin naman natin yung i-cost nito na torsion. So I'll just copy this. Okay, pero as we know, dahil wala itong P sa centroid, no? So yung P na yan magkakos ng torsion. Okay, at yung torsion na yun is just P times E. So that is 70 times 0.35 ba yun? No, 350 mm, di ba? Yung sabi ko. Sana yun? Eto. Okay, so 350 mm. So that's gonna give me a moment of 24.5 kilonewton meter. Alright? Okay? So ngayon, dahil sa torque na yan, ang mangyayari, magkakaroon tayo ng reaction. Pero yung reaction niya, so halimbawa, sa B, ang reaction mo, ganito itsura, perpendicular dyan sa line na yan. Sa A naman, ganito ang itsura ng reaction, perpendicular sa line. Sa C, ganito ang itsura ng reaction, perpendicular sa line. And sa D, perpendicular sa line. So, ganyan yung magiging itsura ng reaction. Pero ang pinaka-concern natin is yung dito, sa A. No? Ito. Kasi sa A yung pinapa-analyze. Okay? Now, as discussed in the previous discussions, merong direct way na makuha na kagad natin yung horizontal at saka vertical component niyan, no? So, QTX saka QTY. Alright? And yung formula is galing lang sa P rho over J. So, yung rho gagawin mo lang na Y kung X yung hinahanap mo, no? Kung X yung hinahanap mo, no? Kung X yan, hinahanap mo, Y ito, over J ng welds. Okay? However, for this problem nga pala, wala pa tayong J ng weld, o di computein muna natin dito sa taas. So, madali lang naman yan. Pwede natin sundan lang yung pattern kanina, iba lang yung values, no? So, starting off with, with this. So, that's at a length of 200. So, 200 times 200 squared over 12 plus yung x niyan is difference lang ng 100 tsaka ng 50. Di ba? Kasi yung center ito nasa 100 eh. Ito naman 50. Okay? So 50 ito, 100 ito. So difference nun, that's your x. And then yung y mo, yung center niya nandito, di ba? So ang y mo, ito naman. So half netong 400. Okay? And then dalawa yan, kaya times 2. Plus, yung ano pa, yung nakatayo. So yung nakatayo naman, we have 400 times 400 squared over 12 plus yung x natin dyan is yung 50 na mismo tapos wala tayong y dahil sa symmetry. So kagaya lang nung ginawa natin kanina. So we will have 200 squared over 12 plus 50. Gawin ko na to 50 100 minus 50 squared plus 200 squared plus times 2 plus 400 times 400 squared over 12 plus 50 squared. That's it. No? So, yan yung J natin. So, store natin sa M. So, 24.67. Okay? So, yan. So, anyway, this is gonna give us, yung T natin is 24.5. Gawin natin Newton millimeter. Tapos yung Y natin, for A, kasi A yung pinag-uusapan eh. Dito ko na lang i-base dito. So, dahil A yung pinag-uusapan, ito yung Y natin for A. Yan yung Y natin for A. And that is what? Half lang ng 400, di ba? So, 200 over J. Okay? And that's gonna give us a value of 24.5 million times 200 over J well. So that's gonna give us 198, no? 198.65. So this is in Newton per millimeter. So this is in Newton per millimeter. Okay? And then, lastly, yung QTY natin will just be TX naman over J. Okay? So yung T natin, same. Tapos yung X natin is again, yung location nung point na yon from the centroid. And that is what? 50. Okay? So yung XA. Over J. And that's gonna give us, so gawin lang natin itong 50. Okay, so 49.66 Newton per millimeter. Okay? Now that we have the following, so let's now analyze yung A. Lagyan lang ako ng ano dito. Okay, so let's analyze A. So, di ba ito yung point A? Kunwari yung point A. Okay, so ang nararamdaman na reaction ni A is dahil doon sa direct shear, meron tayong QVY. Okay, tapos dahil doon sa torsion, so ang itsura ng torsion pag ganito eh. Di ba? Pag ganyan. QT. So, ibig sabihin, yung components nun ay pag ganito at saka pag ganito. Okay? And apparently, kapag ni resultant natin yan, etong QTY at saka QVY ay magma-minus. Okay? They will subtract each other. Alright? And with that, nakita ko lang. No? So, ibig sabihin, yung resultant natin, ano ba value nito? Ang QTY natin is 49.66. Ang QVY natin, 87.5. Okay, and then yung QTX, 198.65. Okay? So, ganyan. So, ibig sabihin, yung magiging resultant natin, ba ito yung weld, is mas malaki yung QVY, so magiging ganito yung resultant natin sa X, I mean sa Y. Tapos yung magiging resultant natin sa X ay pag ganito. Okay, so yung resultant natin, ito yun. Okay, so R. So yun yung magiging total force acting at A. Alright, so ano yung RX? Okay, so yung Rx is just equal to QTX. 198.65. Ano naman yung Ry? Summation lang ng forces sa Y. So we have 87.5 minus 49.66. So that's gonna give us 87.5 minus 49.66. Okay, so 37.84. Okay? So therefore, our resultant stress at A, square root of Rx squared plus Ry squared. So that's gonna give us square root of 198.65 squared plus 37.84 squared. Okay, so that's 202.22. So actually, ang units nito ay Newton per mm lang. No? Kasi hindi naman binigay yung thickness. Kasi kung binigay yung thickness dito ng weld, so di-divide mo lang ng thickness. Actually, hindi lang ng thickness, kundi ng 0.707 ng thickness. And um, that's gonna give you your stress in megapascal. No? So for number 2, actually, wala sa nilagay kong choices yung ano. Actually, guys, yung choices dito, no, ginawa ko lang ha. So, sinolve ko lang ito. So, let me just double check. Baka may mali ako dun sa ano. Ito sure naman ko na tama. So, sa QTX. So, again, yung E natin, no, 70 times 0.35. So, tama naman yan na 24.5. Tapos, yung A ay 200. I mean, yung QTX natin. Ang Y natin is 200. So, tama naman to. So I think nagkamali lang ako ng lagay ng mga choices. But for this, no, ang magiging sagot natin is 202.22. Okay? So, baka kasi ang gawin nyo, no, baka ang gawin nyo ay dahil nasanay kayo na ang hinahanap palagi na stress ay yung sa most critical weld, no, which is nasa point ano yon, nasa point B or point D, yun yung most critical weld. Okay, so kapag ganyan tayo mag-a-analyze, ang mangyayari guys, yung QVY at saka yung QTY mag-a-add, na mag-a-add yan kasi magiging same sila ng direction. Okay, pero sa case na to, specified na ang pinapahanapan ng stress ay yung sa point A, na dito. Okay, kaya yung susundin natin. So anyway, ang sagot natin is 202.22. Okay? So, kaya ito in megapascal, siguro assuming na yung thickness ay 1 mm. Na? So, pero kung ganon, di-divide mo pa yan ng thickness times 0.707. Alright? That's for number 2. For number 3, refer to figure 3. Calculate the maximum allowable P in kilonewton naman. So, ano naman yung allowable P na to? And dito, binigyan tayo ng allowable weld shear strength na 98 megapascal tapos weld thickness na 5 mm. So, pinapahanap lang. So, bali, ang mangyayari lang dito, dahil concentric yung loading, so, itong weld na to, AB, may reaction yan. No? Tawagin natin R1. Tapos, meron din itong reaction, R2. Tapos, meron din itong reaction, R2. Tapos, ano, dahil nga, equal lang yung distribution ng force, no? So, magiging reaction ng mga yan will be equal. Ito yung per linear na reaction niya. Kumbaga, we can designate that as QVX. Kumbaga, direct shear lang. Okay, so wala siyang torsion. Okay, and how do we analyze that? So, binigyan tayo ng allowable weld shear strength na 98 megapascal. So, for number 3, so dapat yung shear stress ay hindi lalagpas sa allowable ng weld, no? Ay hindi lalagpas sa allowable weld shear stress na equal sa 98 megapascal. So, paano ba kino-compute yung weld shear stress? So, simple lang, yung reaction nung most stress weld divided by yung area ng weld. So, ano ba yung area ng weld? So, diniscuss ko na rin to before na kapag meron tayong ganitong weld, ayan, tapos kinonect mo dito, kinonect natin siya. So, dito tayo naglagay ng weld. Ayan, so, yun yung weld natin. Okay, kapag ito ay sinubject mo sa, yun yung weld natin, ha? Sinubject mo sa force, shear force, ganyan. So, yung weld natin magre-react along this line. No, along that plane. Okay, na naka-incline ng 45 degrees doon sa weld natin. Kaya ang itsura nung weld sa side view, pag ganito. So, yung pinag-uusapan na plane, ito. 45 degrees. Okay? So, again, ang sabi ko, ito, ang tawag natin is length of throat. Okay? So, tawagin natin A. Tapos, ito naman yung thickness ng weld. Okay? So, ang relationship ng thickness ng weld at ng throat ay 0.707 ng thickness. So, itong 0.707 ito, nanggaling lang yan sa sine ng 45. Okay? Kaya lumalabas yung area ng weld, no? Yung area ng weld ay 0.707 P times yung length. So, kung meron itong length na L, ayan, so times L. Kasi yun yung magiging area nitong plane na to. Okay, so we will have RW. So yung magiging reaction ng weld, no? Magiging reaction ng weld in terms of P. So na yun. Ayan. So yung magiging reaction ng weld, kapag tinotal natin, kapag inad natin lahat yan, equal dapat yan dito, di ba? So, taking summation of forces X equal to 0. So, dapat yung total reaction ng weld ay equal dapat sa P. Okay, so yung reaction ng weld na to is just R1 plus R2 plus R3. Pag tinotal natin, no? Equal dapat sa P. Okay? So therefore, we will have P over area ng weld 0.707 times thickness. Ang thickness na binigay ay 5 mm. Times 5. Tapos ano yung L? So yung L na gagamitin will be the total length. No? Kasi inassume natin na inassume natin na lahat ng weld no pinagsama-sama natin, no? Kasi total ano to eh. Total weld shear. Kaya dapat total length din ito. Okay? And that should not exceed 98. Okay? So ano yung total length? So ang total length natin is just 400 plus dalawang 200 or simply 800. Okay? And from there, we should be able to solve for P. So P should not exceed 98 times 0.707 times 5 times, ilan to? 800 to, no? Ayan. So that should not exceed this value. Okay, so 98 times 0.707 times 5 times length ng weld, which is total length of 800. Okay? So, ay sorry. Sa iba ako nakatingin. Sa ibang figure pala ako nakatingin. Hindi pala yun 800. Dito pala dapat tayo nakatingin. Ang length pala nito 200 tsaka 150. So, mali ako ng tingin. So, dapat pala ito, dalawang 150. So, dapat ito ay 200 and dalawang 150. So, a total of 500. So, 500 pala dapat. So, hindi ito 800. So, 500. Okay, so that is 173.215. In kilonewtons. Kasi yung sagot dito naka-newton eh. Naka-newton to pag kinompute, no? So anyway, that will be our answer. So therefore, P allowable would be letter A, 173. Okay? So another approach na ginagawa ng iba pagdating sa concentric, no, is kino-compute na lang yung kino-compute na lang itong reaction na to, itong QVX. So kapag QVX yung kinompute mo, bali kukunin mo na yung reaction sa isang point sa weld, di ba? So pwede rin yun. So pwede rin yun. So kung QVX yung basihan mo, so QVX is equal to P over total length, which is P over 500. So, ganyan. So, ito, naka-Newton per mm na to. So, parang ang gagawin mo, i-analyze mo lang yung isang point ng weld. Okay? And kapag gano'n, ang magiging stress ng isang point is yung magiging, kumbaga, ito pa rin yung magiging criteria natin. Pero ito, yung reaction na to, reaction na ng isang point. So, yun na yung QVX. Over area ng, single weld lang. No, hindi lang siya, kumbaga hindi total, no, area lang ng weld na isang point. Okay? And ano 'yon? That is P over 500 over yung area ng weld dito is just 0.707 times the thickness. So wala nang times L. Kasi nga, parang assuming na per mm na yon or 1 millimeter lang yung pinag-uusapan natin na point or na weld, no? And that should not exceed 90. So mapapansin nyo dito, same lang yung magiging sagot dyan. Okay, so same lang yung magiging sagot, no? So parang ito, same lang yan dito. Okay, ito rin yan. Ayan. Okay? So anyway, that's how we solve this problem.